Hello my dear students, how are you? Welcome to the online session. Welcome to the Mahdi English School. Myself Nilofer Miss and my subject is mathematics. And dear children, this online session is for the class 2. So I hope that you all are waiting for the new lecture of the mathematics. And I hope you all complete your fab book, your worksheets and homework also. I hope you all watch the videos and do as follow in the videos all the rules that I told you, that always do revision, watch twice a video, learn and write all the things twice, one time in a rough book, one time in a fair book. So your study will be improved too much. Now let's begin our lecture. So do you know how we begin our lecture? So we begin our lecture with what? As you know all, that always we start our lecture with what? So first of all, which chapter we are continue? We continue the chapter number 9. So today we are going to do revision of the last topic of the shapes, and then today we are taking the next topic, which is pattern. In the chapter number 9, first topic we are taking, which is shapes. Shapes topic is already complete. Let's do revision of this shapes. After doing revision of shapes, we will move to the pattern. Today we are going to start the new topic, pattern. I hope you all are waiting for the next topic. So here is the quote, and this is simple and short quote, but that is very meaningful quote, that education cannot wait. So during the lockdown, coronavirus is there, but education cannot wait for us. That okay, this is the lockdown due to since March to March, maybe almost 1 year. Your one standard will complete, but you have to study online because education cannot wait to open the lockdown, to open the schools. So education cannot wait. That is very good quote, I think so, and that is applied to all of you, us also. Education cannot wait. We are also not waiting to give you education. So we are right now we are studying online because education is not waiting for us. That's why we are continue our study due to lockdown also. You are not coming to school, therefore we are continue our study. Why? Because education cannot wait for us. That's why your study is running very well through the online lectures, online homework is done. So all the things is online right now. Why? Because education cannot wait. Very effective quote it is. So we have to follow this quote, that education cannot wait. Just fix this quote into your mind, that education cannot wait for you, for us. Okay, so this is the quote of the day. So today this is the worksheet of the revision. Let's do revision of this worksheet, because this worksheet we already had done in the previous lecture. In the yesterday's lecture, we already had done this worksheet. So let's start doing revision of this worksheet first. So if any students having doubt regarding this topic, so it will be a solve right now, and then we can move to the next topic. But first we have to do revision. So here is, we have to find out the lines. These 3 basic lines and the boxes are there. We have to count the lines and write down the numbers, that how many lines are there in this shape. What we have to found, that how many slanting line, sleeping lines and standing lines are there in this picture? We have to find out this thing. So first of all, let's find out the slanting line in this picture, that how many slanting lines are there in the picture. Picture, it means shape. So I overwrite all the slanting lines first, so we can easily count that how many lines are there. So first line, you can see I overwrite it with the colorful line, so it will be a highlight for us, so it's a good vision. So this is the first slanting line. Here is the second slanting line. You can see I overwrite it with the same color, and here is the third slanting line, which is same in a color. So here is the three slanting line. You can see this is the parallel, if you can see. So these lines are parallel, but how many slanting lines are there? So there are 3 slanting lines are there. You can see I write number 3 here. So total there are 3 slanting lines in this shape. Now we have to find how many sleeping lines are there. What we have to find in this shape, that how many sleeping lines are there in the shape. So let's start, that how many lines are there. So I just overwrite with the green color. I overwrite all the sleeping lines with green color. So you can easily identify where is all the sleeping lines. So here is the first sleeping line, you can count. Here is the second sleeping line. Here is the first one. Here is the second one. Now where all the lines are complete? We cover all the lines? No. So we have to find the next sleeping line is here. You can see this is the third sleeping line. Then the next sleeping line is here, 1, 2, here is 3, here is 4. Then here is the next sleeping line, which is number 5. Sleeping line number 5 is here, and here is the next sleeping line, which is number 6. So total how many sleeping lines are there in the picture? So there are 6 sleeping lines are there in the picture. You can see now. Now at the last we have to find all the standing lines in the picture. It means the shape. In the given shape we have to find how many standing lines are there. So let's start counting. I overwrite all the standing line with the black color. I overwrite it with the black color, so you can easily identify where is the standing line. So here is the first standing line. You can see here the first standing line. The next standing line number 2 is here. You can see I just rotate the red line around it. Here is the first standing line. Here is the second standing line. Then the next one. Here you can see the third standing line, the fourth standing line, here it is, the fifth standing line, and the sixth standing line is here. You can see all the standing lines in the picture, which is black in a color. So total how many sleeping lines are there? So total 6 sleeping lines are there in the given shape. So this way we have to find out the lines this way. I hope you enjoy these types of shapes while the lines are given to be counted, how many in each shape. Now the homework worksheet for you all. So here it is, we have to count total number of square. So we have to count, I color all the square and you have to count that how many total squares are there in the picture. So I will color all the shapes of square. So you have to count it. The first square shape, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, here is the seventh, eighth, ninth shape. Here is the 10th shape, and here is the shape number 11. So total number of squares are how many? So total there are 11 squares in the given shapes. Total how many shapes are there? Total there are 11 square shapes in the picture. Then which shape we have to find next? This is triangle shape. We have to find out how many triangle shape are there. So let's start counting. Shape number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, number 5, number 6, number 7, number 8, number 9, and here is number 10. You can see I overwrite this triangle. So total there are 10 triangles are there in the picture. How many triangles are there? So total there are 10 triangles in the picture. Now total number of rectangle. How many rectangle are there in the picture? So total there are just one rectangle in this picture. So you have to write down one rectangle are there in the picture. Now total number of circles. How many circles are there? So let's start counting the circle, that how many circle shapes are there in the picture. Let's start counting the circle shape. Here is the first one, number 2, number 3, number 4, number 5, number 6, number 7, number 8, number 9, number 10, number 11, number 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, here is number 19, and here is the 20. So total there are number of circle in the picture is a 20. How many shapes of circle are there? So total there are 20 circles in the picture. Now the worksheet time. The next worksheet, we already done this worksheet also. So this is the question, is straight lines are there in the picture? See, we have to write this right sign in this box. Yes, straight lines are there. So the next question is how many? Let's start counting how many straight lines are there. So I over it with the green line. You can see I over all the straight lines with green color. This is the first line. Here is the second line. Here is the third line, the fourth line, and the line number 5. So total how many straight lines are there? So total there are 5 straight lines in this picture in the given shape. Now is curved line are there? Yes, curved lines are there. So the question is how many? How many curved lines are there? So let's overwrite curved line number 1 and number 2. So total there are 2 curved lines in the given picture. I hope you understood all the worksheets and how we are counting the lines. Now the next one, is straight line are there? Yes, straight line are there. So the question is how many? So we have to count how many straight lines are there. So here is I overwrite with the yellow color, so it is easy to count. So line number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, number 5 and number 6. So total there are 6 straight lines in the picture. You can easily count because I overwrite all the straight lines in yellow color. Now is curved line are there in the picture? Yes. See, I just make curved line here. See this in the blue color, and yes, curved line are there. I just put the right sign here. And how many? Just 2 lines. Here is the first curved line and here at the last the second curved line. So total there are 2 curved lines are there. Now is the straight line is there in this given picture? Yes, straight line is there in the given picture. So the question is how many straight lines are there in the picture? So let's start counting how many straight lines are there. I just overwrite with the green color, so easy to count for us. Here is the line number 1, line number 2, line number 3 is here, line number 4 here, line number 5, line number 6, line number 7, line number 8 and line number 9. So total there are 9 straight lines in the picture. We count all the lines, that how many straight lines are there. So total there are 9 lines in the given picture. So the next question is curved line. Is curved line in this picture? So no, there is no any curved lines are there. So this question is not. Now we are including that how many. I just put a cross marks, that's why this we have not to go on this question, right? Now the next one. This is the second name of the lines that I already show you in the graph lines names, that what is the meaning of vertical line, what is the meaning of horizontal line, and what is the meaning of an oblique line. What is the meaning of these 3 lines? We have to found these 3 lines from this given shape. So first of all, vertical, it means the standing line. We have to find out how many vertical, it means standing lines are there in the given picture. We have to find out this thing. So let's start counting how many vertical lines are there in the given picture. So I overwrite with the green color. This is the vertical line. Line number 1, line number 2, line number 3. So total how many vertical, it means standing lines are there how many? So total there are 3 vertical, it means standing lines are there in the given shape. Here is line number 1, line number 2 and here is line number 3. So total there are 3 vertical lines in the given picture. Now the horizontal line. Now we understood what is the meaning of horizontal. If vertical means standing, then horizontal means sleeping. So we have to find out how many sleeping lines are there. So let's start counting. I just overwrite with the black color. So it is easy to count how many lines are there. So here is line number 1, here is line number 2. So total how many horizontal lines are there? Can you count? Yes, only 2 horizontal lines are there. 3 vertical lines are there and 2 horizontal lines are there. Now the oblique line, it means the slanting line. What do you mean by oblique lines? So students, oblique line, it means the slanting line. We have to find out the oblique line, it means the slanting line. So let's start counting how many slanting lines are there in the given shape. So I overwrite with the blue color, you can easily identify, that's why I overwrite it, all the oblique lines. This is the first line, here is the second line, you can see here, here is the third line, you can see, line number 4 and line number 5. So total how many oblique line, it means slanting line are there in the given picture. So total 5 oblique line, it means slanting line is there in the given picture. So this is the way that how we can find out the lines. That is very easy thing students. If you see, We have to just find out the lines. Nothing new in this worksheet, and you have to note down all this worksheet in the fair book. Must write down the fair book. Now again, the vertical line we have to find out. What do you mean by vertical line? So vertical line, it means the standing line. We have to find out the vertical line. It means the standing line we have to find out. So let's start counting how many standing line, it means vertical lines are there. So I overwrite it with the black color. So it is easy to count for us. Here is the vertical line, it means the standing line number 1. Then the other vertical line here, line number 2. Here is vertical line number 3. So all the lines is complete. Line number 1, 2, 3. Here is the line number 4. And here are the line number 5. Total how many lines are there, which is a vertical lines? It means a standing line. So total there are 5 vertical lines in the given picture. How many? There are 5 vertical lines in the picture. Now we have to find out the horizontal line. It means which line? It means the sleeping line. We have to find out from the given shape. So let's start finding horizontal lines in the given picture. This is the blue color line, which is the sleeping line. It means horizontal lines, easy to identify. Blue color line is a horizontal line. Line number 1, you can see here is the number 2. Now next line, here you can see line number 3, and here is line number 4. So total 4 horizontal lines are there in the given shape. How many? 4. Here is line number 1. Here is line number 2, here is line number 3, and here is line number 4. That's why I am writing 4. Now the oblique lines, it means the slanting line. How many slanting lines are there in the given picture? We have to find out. So I just make it overwrite in the pink color. Line number 1, line number 2, here is, you can see line number 1, and here is line number 2. Now the next one, line number 3. Here it is line number 1, line number 2, here is line number 3. Now the line number 4 is here. You can see now. So how many lines are there? Oblique. So total there are 4 oblique lines. It means the slanting line in the given picture. And I overwrite all the lines with the different colors, so it is easy to identify. Now the next one, in this picture we have to find out slanting lines. That how many slanting lines are there in the given picture? We have to find out. So let's start counting how many slanting lines are there. Slanting line number 1, slanting line number 2, slanting line number 3, slanting line number 4, slanting line number 5, slanting line number 6, slanting line number 7, and slanting line number 8. So total how many slanting lines are there? So there are 8 slanting lines in the given picture. How many? Which is pink in a color. I overwrite it with the pink color, so it is easy to count, easy to identify. How many slanting lines are there? So total there are 8 slanting lines. Now the next one is the sleeping line. How many sleeping lines are there? I overwrite it with the blue color. So there are only 1 sleeping line is there in the given picture. And the last one is the standing line. So I just overwrite it with the black color. You can see here in the middle one. That is the standing line, and that is only 1. How many standing line is there? So there are 1 standing line is there in the given picture. This way we have to find out the shapes, lines Now we have to join the dots and we have to find out the name of shape, number of sides and number of corner. That how many number of sides is there, corner is there, and which shape is made with this dot. Let's join the dot this way with the lining. See this, which shape is this? This is the rectangle shape. Which shape it is? It is a rectangle shape. How many sides? Here is 1, here is 2, here is 3 and here is 4. So total there are 4 sides, corners. So here is 1 corner, 2 corner, 3 and 4. So there are how many corners? So total there are 4 corners. Next one, we have to find out that which shape is made, how many numbers of sides and number of corners we have to find out. Let's make the shape first with the help of line. See this shape is a triangle shape. You can see the name of this shape is here. This is the triangle shape. So how many sides it has? So 1, 2 and 3. So there are 3 sides it has and number of corner. How many number of corners it has? 1, 2 and 3. It has 3 number of corners. Now the exercise 9b of the textbook. So how many of each do you see? This picture is a given picture and we have to find out from this given picture how many sleeping lines, standing lines and slanting lines are there in the picture. Let's start counting sleeping lines first. Sleeping line number 1 and sleeping line number 2. Here you can see I just overwrite it with the blue color. So there are 2 sleeping lines. Now standing line. How many standing lines are there? I overwrite it with the black color. So there are 1 standing line is there in the picture. Then the slanting line. How many slanting line is there in the given picture? 1, 2 and 3. So total there are 3 slanting line is there in the given picture. How many? There are 3 slanting line. Then the question number 2. We have to read this question now. 1 square is given. So draw 1 slanting line on the square. We have to draw 1 slanting line in the square to make 2 triangle. This is the square and we have to make 2 triangle of this square. How we can make the 2 triangle of this square? This way, see this, I made 1 slanting line in this picture, in this given square. So it will be a now 2 triangles. See, here is the first triangle and here is the second triangle. You can see. So you just make the 1 slanting line in this given square. Now, next one, draw 2 slanting lines on the square to make 4 triangles. Now, in the second square, we have to draw 2 slanting lines so that the square will be divided into 4 triangle. This square is divided into 2 triangle. Now we have to divide this square into the 4 triangle. So we have to make 2 slanting line in this square. We have to draw 2 slanting line to make the 4 triangle. This way, this is the first slanting line and here is the second slanting line. So this 4 triangle is there. You can see this is the triangle number 1, triangle number 2, triangle number 3 and triangle number 4. You can see in the picture there are 4 triangles you can see because of we are putting the 2 slanting lines in it. Now the next one, draw 1 sleeping line on the square to make 2 rectangles. Now we have to divide this square in the 2 rectangles. How we can draw 2 rectangles in 1 square? So if we are drawing 1 sleeping line in this, so you can see this is now 2 rectangles are there. So this way you have to write down this exercise 9b into the fair book and this is your homework, students. Thank you so much for watching this video. We will meet with the new topic pattern in the next day. So stay home, stay safe, do your homework. Bye bye, students.